Hello and welcome to another free code session. My name is Jason Bach, and today, or tonight, I'm going to try something very different and something I haven't done before on this series of episodes, shows that I do. Everything I've done up to this point has pretty much been something that I've been interested in, some kind of library that I'm working on, something like that. I decided to do something a little bit, I don't say risky, but different, and it might be a total failure. Who knows? But that's the part of the reasons I wanted to do this, is just to try new things and see what happens. So I'm going to spend an episode, or maybe two, or maybe even three, I don't know, on, I don't want to say learning a new language, but exploring, taking a look at, that type of thing. And it's a language called Pony. Okay, so why Pony, and why am I actually even doing this? And to be completely honest, I have not done any preparation on this language. I have not even gone through the tutorials. That's what I'm going to be doing now. So I have no idea just exactly how this language works. But I thought it was interesting because they talk about type safety, performant, that it's actor-based, which was kind of interesting. But also I followed the Twitter account, and I have to admit that the response is they do this, or at least that's what they did with me. And so I think a couple other people that I know that followed the account after I tweeted this got kind of a similar response, which I thought was kind of cute. I have to admit that was like, hey, that's kind of nice. That's kind of inclusive. I like that. So fortunately, the language, which is ponylang.io. Okay. So they have a playground here. You can also change the theme. The keyboard bindings, they don't have Visual Studio. And I don't want to do Vim or Emacs because I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't know if they have, I'm kind of curious if you do like env dot, no, they have no sense of IntelliSense. Showing my Visual Studio bias here of what's like, and to be honest, if I go to like something like try.net, and you can see here I can actually do like console, and you do get IntelliSense, you do get help for what you're trying to do. If I say right line, you get some help. This, I think, is called the Monaco Editor. I'm surprised they don't have a, oh, there they are. They're on the out. Okay. But the point is they can actually run this. And I think they've done this now where this is all enabled by running it via Blazor in the browser. Okay. So if you want to actually play with C#, you can do that. I just heard something today that apparently the docs.microsoft.com had been adding like a whole bunch of code examples. I don't know if they're actually doing that here too as well. You can, it says compiling in the cloud, but I don't know if that's been updated or not. I know they're definitely moving towards a more all in the client experience. In any event, not here to talk about IDEs. There's also, if you go to the GitHub site, there's plugins for Visual Studio Code, other editors. The compiler, if I remember right, let's actually go through some of this stuff here. If I go to like, what's Pony anyway? So it's object-oriented, actor model, capability secure programming language. Object-oriented, actor models, type safe, exception safe, data erase free, deadlock free, all sounds really good. Okay. So no loadable code, that's kind of interesting. Simple grammar, that sounds good. No crashes. Hey, sell that to your boss. Hey, let's move to Pony, we'll never crash. Sensible error messages, depends on what you mean by sensible, but that sounds good. So I was, looking through this before. I was like, okay, this sounds interesting and promising. GitHub. If you want to go get like the compiler, I don't think there is really a way to do that. You can get help, trying it online. That's the playground I'm going to be using. Editor support, installation. Prerequisites, see platforms listed here. I don't know if that's actually where you can get a compiler. I think you actually have to compile it yourself. I think. I don't think there's a way to do this. I don't know. There wasn't like, a Pony C release from bin tray. Okay. Whatever. So, yeah, some of this is just like, if you got a playground and I'm just wanting to play with the language, we're just going to do that. Okay. So to do this, it's actually, so I'm going to be switching back and forth between the tabs here just to hopefully learn what this is like. Okay. So if I say getting started, overview, what you need, let's just go through all these. Reference capabilities. These are the core innovations in Pony that make it unique and compelling. Oh, well, we'll get to that later, I guess. Okay. Start with the basics. Okay. What you need. And the Pony C compiler. Or if you're not supported platform or don't want to install the compiler, you can just do Pony's Playground. Okay. Text editor, the compiler, it's a compile language. Compiling a program, Pony C. I might eventually try to get the thing. Your first Pony program. Let's see, yeah, that's... Does the name of the directory matter? Yes, it does. It's the name of your program. Huh. By default, when your program is compiled, the resulting executable binary. Well, the same name as the directory your program lives in. You can set it with bin name. Okay, the code. Does the name of the file matter? Not to the compiler. Well, he doesn't care. They have to end in .pony. It might matter to you. Okay, so, and that's what I think they did here. Actor main, yep, that. And then let's compile it. So I think you can see just run here. And we should, hello world, yay. Okay, that's pretty simple. I'll kind of look at this a little bit. So we have an actor with a new create. So and I don't want to bias myself too much, but I remember, I think the language Eiffel, you can have constructors, but they don't have to, like in C#, they have to be the name of the class. Whereas in Eiffel, I thought you could say that a method could be a constructor, but it didn't have to match the name or something like that. I don't know if you say like new, if that's going to say that you're trying to actually create a new main or something. I don't know. We'll see. Your environment.out.print line print, and then you have a string. No semicolon. So, okay. Look at that. Yeah, well, didn't do that, but we did it in our... Explain what some of that code does. Is how does it work? Line 1. Actor main, this is a type declaration. Okay, and I know this is going to be boring. It's like when you see a speaker on stage and the speaker is just reading the text that they have in the slides, and the slides are like full of bullet points and text. I personally don't really find that interesting. I'd rather see somebody on stage engage with the audience more. If that makes sense. So again, but I've also said I've never looked through any of this stuff before, so I don't know really what this means. So I'm learning. Okay, so actor main. It's a type declaration, keyword actor, define an actor, which is a bit like a class. And this kind of reminds me of Orleans, where in Orleans you have a actor-based system framework, but you have to use classes, so you don't. There is no first level concept of actor in .NET. Okay, they also have classes, so that's interesting. So is there a distinction between types and classes? Don't know. The difference between an actor and class is an actor can have asynchronous methods called behaviors. So classes can't. Program has to have a main actor. It's kind of like a main function. Okay, so the name of the file doesn't matter, and the name of the directory that the file is in, or files, will be the name of the executable, but you have to have a main actor. Okay. This is a constructor. Hey, I guessed right. The keyword new means it's a function that creates a new instance of the type. Unlike other languages, Constructor and Pony have names. That means there can be more than one way to construct. In this case, the name of the constructors create. So I would imagine. So if I say like do awesome stuff, and I don't know if the convention is camel case here. Couldn't find create. Oh, so the name doesn't matter. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Good to know. And Pony, the type of something always comes after its name and separated by a colon. Okay. Oh, okay. There's a single parameter called env. That's type env. So C# you might say yeah, but we do it the other way. Okay. So it's the variable and then the type. Okay. Turns out our main actor have a constructor called create that takes a single parameter. So program start. Wait, what's the body? It's what comes after this. So this is ultra interesting because is this a single line declaration or do you have bodies like right, we're going to find out. Pulling a dot is either a field access or a method call. The name after the dot has parentheses after it. It's a method call. Otherwise, it's a field access. Okay, so we have a env reference. Look up the field out. Then we represent standard out. Then we go print. We have a string literal. String low can be double quotes, or they can be triple quoted, like in Python, which in that case they're considered raw data. I don't know that, but we'll probably find out. As environment, yeah, that's probably. Okay, so I can now put that I have 5 years of experience of Pony, 5 years of Pony expertise on my resume. Okay, so there's a difference between types and classes, and an actor is a type. I don't know. We're gonna and that a type, and that an actor has asynchronous. Does that mean that classes can't? Lots of things we're going to find out. Okay, types, overview. There's plenty to love about it. Type system makes sense. Makes it novel. It's a static type language. Love it already. Classes. Does it have a class primitives? Actors, traits, and interface. Oh, traits. Subtyping. Some types serve as categories that other types can be members of. Nominal and structural. They're slightly different. Pony has both. Wow. Okay, so it has nominal subtyping. Yeah, that's what I think C# has. And TypeScript is structural. And actually, TypeScript's I like. It's interesting that it has both. We're going to have to figure that one out. Structs, type aliases, and type expressions. Okay, so this will probably keep us busy. I don't want. The Pony type system at a glance. Statically typed. Dynamically typed. Variable can point objects, different types at different times. String after an integer. Yeah, we don't want that. Types are guaranteed. When the compiler knows what types things are. Guaranteed. Do it at runtime. Yeah. What guarantees it's Pony types can give me. If program compiles, it won't crash. Sounds like challenge accepted. I don't know. There will never be an unhandled exception. No such thing as null. Well, there you go, right out of the gate. That's good. Program will never try to do preference null. There'll never be a all message passing is causal, not casual. Code written in other languages gets only guaranteed by that. Okay. Classes. Pony has classes. A class is declared the keyword class, and it has to have a name that starts with a capital letter, like this. Do all types start with a capital letter? Yes. And nothing else starts with a capital letter. So when you see a name in Pony code, instantly know. So a type is also, so types are actors and classes. Okay. It's composed of fields, constructors, and functions. Okay, so I'm actually going to, I don't know, let's do this. Can I actually do this? So if I say class wombat, and then let name, which is a type string. I'm guessing that's a field. Var, I'm just going to, hunger levels, I think int they said? Oh, U64, so it's an unsigned 64? Okay, well let's see. Oh, these are fields. So var, let, and embed. A var field can be assigned to over and over again. A let field is read-only. Okay. Embed fields will be covered in more detail documentation of variables. Here, wombat has a name, which is a string and a hunger level, which is an unsigned 64-bit int. Okay. So lets are read-only, vars are mutable. What does leading underscore mean? It means that something is private. Oh, I don't like that. I mean, I like that they have privatization, but I don't like that to do it means you have to put an underscore. Yeah, that's a negative in my view, but whatever. Okay. A private constructor function or behavior can be accessed by code in the same package. Talk about packages later. Okay. Constructors. Pony constructors have names. Other than that, they're just like constructors in other languages. Again, parameters, language. You have more than one constructor. So you can do like create and hungry. It creates a wombat that isn't hungry, another that might be or might not. Unlike some other languages, a differential constructor with method overloading, Pony won't presume to know which alternative constructor to invoke based on arity and type of your arguments. So choose a constructor and invoke it like a method with a dot syntax. So create is default, but you can have other ones. Well, let's add them. So we can have new create. We'll be passing in the name tick, which is of a type string. So name is going to be equal to name, because that's your argument. And then hunger level would be 0. So assignment is equal, okay. And then we can have another constructor that's new hungry, names, and then with a comma and then the hunger. Which is a U64. And this one, name would be equal to the name, and hunger level would be equal to hunger. So let's make a hungry wombat. Let, and I'm guessing that is going to be a read-only one. So I can say let hungry wombat equal wombat dot hungry name Jason, hunger level 1000. Does that work? And then I'm just going to guess here. If I do env.out.print hungry wombat dot name, does that run? What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? Main pony 13.5. Unexpected token name after type, interface trait, primitive class, or actor definition. Wait. Class wombat, let name be string. Var hunger level is that. Oh, I forgot to say, you got a method body. I think that's what it means. Okay. Okay, so that did work. All right. You can use single quotes in parameter and local variable names. In mathematics, it's called a prime. And it's used to say another one of these, but not the same. Basically, it's just convenient. Every constructor has set every field to an object. If it doesn't, the compiler will give you an error. Since there's no null in Pony, we can't do what Java, C#, and many other languages do, and just assign either null or 0 to every field. Oh, so, and I don't know what a comment is, but if I took this out here, it's going to bark at me. Yes, it does. Very good. Very good. Does it do... Oh, so it follows the C style comment. Yes, it does. Okay. Alrighty. Functions. Functions in Pony are like methods in Java. They are introduced with the keyword fun, because functions are fun. See, I don't have alcohol. I have Gatorade. I figured I finished a Gatorade. I had to have something. I might need to get some water. I'm really thirsty. Okay, so the new means that the function is a constructor, if that's correct. They introduce the keyword fun. They can have parameters like constructors do, and they can also have a result type. It defaults to none. Oh, so the none type is like sort of void, but not really. Okay, so I can return what the hunger level is if I wanted to by saying fun hunger and then hunger level. Is that right? Oh, you have to specify the return value, U64. Okay, I'm grooving. Ref. Oh, if no result type is given, so if you were doing just like a function that was like a void type in C#, that's what that would be. Okay, I think I'm getting it. So fun hunger. Fun, I'm just going to type fun ref. I don't really know what we're talking about here. Set hunger. And if I'm setting hunger, I'm guessing U64 hunger level equals hunger. I don't know if you can do it on the... Yeah, you can. Okay. 2. But this should be okay though, right? And it is. I want to set it to that, is what I'm basically saying. Okay. Can you specify none? Is that like a thing? Yes, it is. It does know what a none is. Okay. Sense make. Okay, let's go back. What is a... This is weird. Wait a minute. Why... Oh, that's an optional? Okay, let's read. Let's read. Result type of that returns that. Then no return keyword is used because the result of a function is the result of the last expression. Okay. Is there a return keyword? Yes. Let's use return early from a function, i.e. to return something right away and not keep running until the last expression. Second function, set hunger, introduces a bunch of new concepts all at once. The ref keyword. This is a reference capability. In this case, it means the receiver. The object on which the set hunger function is being called has to be a ref type. A ref type is a reference type, meaning that the object is mutable. We need this because we are writing a new value to the hunger level field. What's the receiver reference capability of the hunger method? The default receiver reference capability is none, and is specified in box. Is box, which means I need to be able to read from this, but I won't write to it. So is there a box capability? Yeah, and I guess it's just implicit if you don't say it. Okay. Okay. What would happen if we left the ref keyword off? Compiler will give you an error. It would see we're trying to modify a field and complain about it. Even though hunger level is, because let is read only. Hunger level you should be able to set, but default argument. It means if you don't include it, yeah, then you have the default argument. It returns the old value. Wait, seriously? The old value? Yes, in Pony, assignment is an expression rather than a statement. That means it has a result. This is true of a lot of languages, but they return a new value. In other words, given A is equal to B, the value of that is the value of B, but in Pony, the value of that is the old value of A. It's called destructive read and lets you do awesome things with capabilities of secure type systems. We'll talk about that later. For now, we'll just mention that you can also use it to implement a swap operation. In most languages, to swap the values of A and B, you need to do something like this. In Pony, you can just do this. That's going to take some time for that to wrap around my head. Because B is equal to the old value of A, and A is now equal to the old value of B. Maybe that's right. I don't know. Finalizers are special functions. They're named final. Take no parameters, and receiver reference capability of box. Final has to be fun final. Again, this doesn't, like, I don't know what reference capability, receiver reference capability means. This feels weird though. They have these underscores to mean stuff. I don't really like that. Finalizer an object is called before the object is collected. Okay, so it's like a finalizer in C#. Functions may still be called on an object after its finalization, but only from within another finalizer. Messages can finalizer. Yeah, but you don't want to wait for the GC. Okay. What about inheritance? Type can inherit from another. Like how in Java. Pony doesn't do that. Instead, Pony prefers composition to inheritance. In other words, instead of getting code reuse, something is, but something has something else. On the other hand, Pony has a powerful trait system. Similar to Java 8 or C# 8, because C# 8 now has default implementations and a powerful interface system. Similar to Go interfaces. Okay. All names must contain only ASCII characters. In fact, all elements of Pony are required to be ASCII, except for literals. Okay. Pony type, whether it's a class, actor, trait, interface, primitive, or type alias, must start with an uppercase letter. After an underscore for private, special methods, behaviors, constructors, and functions, any method. Lowercase. Oh, so they must start with the lowercase. Any method or variable, including parameters and fields. Okay, so camel case, I guess. Numbers may use single underscores inside as a separator too. Only valid variable names can end in primes. Okay, so we learned a lot. We learned a lot today. We learned about the classes. Okay. So kind of interesting. So I'm going to stop here, and in the next episode, I'm going to move on to primitives and actors, and we'll keep building on this. So keep riding them cowboy, or however you say it, ride them cowboy. Thank you all for watching. Leave comments and questions below. See you in the next episode.